Okay, welcome back to the Full Frame Podcast. Today, once again, we have Morgan and Andrea with us to talk about the final topic that we have, distribution. This, in my own opinion, in my favorite, what am I trying to say here? This is my favorite part of the process where everything is done. We get to show it to our client, our customers, the public. We get to kind of showcase the cool thing that we just made as a company. So I'm not going to ask you guys to introduce yourself because you were just on, and we're definitely not wearing the same clothes from the second episode.
Different day entirely, definitely.
Yes. So Morgan, Andrea, again, thank you for being on. When I guess the best place to start is just when we say distribution, what are we talking about? What does that mean in a general sense? And then what does it mean to like a government customer?
Absolutely. So distribution simply is getting your video to the intended audience. So we have this video and we want to make sure that whatever audience we're trying to reach, not only does it reach them, but that it's also accessible and easy for them to access. So, we can make a great product, but what is that saying? If a tree falls in the woods and nobody watches it, the video doesn't exist.
Exactly. Yeah, hit it.
So, in our last episode, we were talking about when we start planning a project, we talk intimately with the customer about what their goals are, where they are now and where they want to get. And if our customer wants to educate, let's say, their workforce on something, and we make this great video that really does hit the message, but nobody in that population watches the video, then they're not going to achieve their goal, and no one's going to learn anything if everyone's not seeing it. So it's really important in that initial stage that we also understand who you're trying to reach so that we can make recommendations on where to put this video, whether it is internal or external.
Yes. It has so much to do, we talked in the last episode about just the basics being who do we want to affect and what effect we want to have. But like you were saying, if they're not seeing it, they're not going to be affected. And if they're not excited about it and listening, they're not going to be affected. So it's really knowing that audience and understanding how they listen. And so how we can actually reach them. And our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And so there is a certain build to distribution. There's a certain amount of building excitement about the content that is coming. And it's going to be different for every audience, which is why we really do take a lot of time to talk to the clients about what they're trying to achieve and who they're trying to achieve it with. But as much as you can know that audience and know how they're going to listen, you can start to build excitement for the content that's coming out so that we can get them with a little bit of a longer attention span than the 30-second sort of video that we're watching online these days.
Do we, and this is really a question for me because I don't know if we as a company do this or as if your team does this, do we lay out like a distribution plan for our customers? Do we put it on paper and say maybe we aren't doing the actual distribution but they want to take care of it? Will we give them like a plan on how to do the distribution?
It depends on the customer, but that's definitely a service that we provide. So some of our customers, let's say in the training space, for example, we very much plan out the distribution of those videos. So we've often made pieces that are going to live on a learning management system, but may also be integrated into a course. So we map out, in that learning plan when folks are going to see those videos, and we also make recommendations in training plans for certain videos to not be optional. So you must watch a video to completion in order to get to the next step. So we have advised people in that way. We've also created distribution plans from a marketing and awareness perspective of here is where you should put these videos and when you should release them. But for all of our government customers, particularly those who are sharing videos internally on internal sites or intranets, we like to educate our customers on what the options are because not all of them are intimately familiar with how to post videos. So we always make them aware of the options that we know of and how to get there and how to get there easily, because we aren't always able to post on behalf of our customers on those internal sites, but we can always provide the advice and connect them to the points of contact that can get those things handled for them.
Yeah. And I think it's really talking to them also about about what kind of possibilities they want. I'm thinking in particular about internal communications, and how you can use video for internal communications in some of the larger program offices that we work with, because you end up with program offices with thousands of people under them working on all different really technical aspects of an air system and, or other systems, but like really dealing with a lot of technology in a way that often like these different little pockets don't necessarily understand what's happening with the other people in the same program office. So one of the huge needs is for an internal communications person to work with those teams to kind of connect them and help move the whole vision of the program office and the aircraft system forward. And video can be a huge tool in connecting those pieces. And
yeah. I was just going to say it also, and I think you guys both hit on this, it depends on the purpose of the video. So in some past episodes, we've talked about how you guys make like onboarding videos or welcome videos, and even you guys do like farewell videos, right? For when there's a change of command. So for the onboarding and welcome videos, those are probably easy. Like you put them on, I imagine, what's equivalent to a SharePoint site for the government. And when the new hires are onboarding, they see it then. But if it's a different type of video, say a training video where we're trying to distribute it to the entire workforce, that's where these challenges come in, and really having a full plan onto how to get these in front of the right people is going to make the difference. Thank you guys so much for watching the first part of this episode. If you want to learn more about our video production team and specifically the virtual tours that they've produced, you can go to avian.com/virtual tours. That's avian.com/virtual tours. You can learn about all of the services that they provide and see some of the videos that they've produced in the past as well. Thank you again for listening to this podcast. Tune in next week for the next part of this episode.